Dr. Sherr. I'm sorry I didn't get dressed up for the occasion. I literally walked out of the emergency department at Hazel Hawkins and came here. So I just finished the shift. So I'm here to speak for Measure J, and I want to talk to the people that are against Measure J, because for those of you that have decided to vote for it, great, thank you. But I will trade conservative credentials with anybody in this room. I may not beat you, but I'll match you. I'm a 10-year Army veteran. I just stepped back from being the chief of the emergency department at the VA in Palo Alto, and I'm an emergency medicine physician. So I deal with risk decisions every minute that I work. I make high-risk decisions all the time. So I want to ask the people in Measure J, okay, I get it. You don't want the government in your business. I get it.
You're addressing the councils, right?
But I'm also addressing you guys.
They can hear you. They can hear you.
So I make, what I would like to say is that, let's say we have all our, you have your Measure J folks have their experts, and the other side has their own experts, and we can, all the experts disagree. Then I have to point out to you, then what is all these cases that are hundreds of cases throughout this nation that have gone and been settled for amounts that are variable, but there's one thing that's always the case that's always true for each settled case is there's always a clause for silence. And the people that settle to get their money back from their polluted groundwaters is that they buy their silence and they don't speak up. And so these are people that made decisions to frack their land and then contaminated their water. In order to get their money back out of their property, they had to sign something that said, I will be quiet. I will not tell you what I got for my land and for my settlement. And by the way, their land is useless because their groundwater is contaminated. So I ask you, and I'm a risk taker, I ask you, is it worth the risk? If we take the oil companies' statistics, 6% of all these fracking wells fail right off in the first year. That's their statistics, not ours, theirs. So let's just take their statistics. This is their data. Would you want to take a 6% chance that you, your children, and your grandchildren will no longer live in San Benito County because your water aquifer is spoiled and destroyed? I take risks every day. I don't think that's a risk we're taking here. And I think you guys, and I don't care threats of lawyers or whatever, you need to do the right thing. You need to say, no, that's not a risk that is worth taking. And the citizens of this county are speaking very loudly to you and saying, we don't think that's a risk we're taking. So I think you should vote against fracking.
Thank you, sir.